Okay, welcome back to this episode. So in this episode, I'm going to break a few things on this page down to you. Okay. So I'm going to start by deleting all the comments. Okay, I'll delete this one too, so that we can start from scratch. Okay, now delete this one too. Now after deleting this, if you press Ctrl+S to save, you will see we have a blank screen. Now let's explain again. We are going to go over this again. Run app runs your app. So this is my app. My app is the starting point, or is the root of your application. Okay, this is the root of your application. So that is the basic, the last thing. Or this is the container for your entire application. Now this container, what does it contain? So I'm going to comment this one too out, so that let me save it. Now basically in Flutter we have two types of apps. Okay, we have the material app and then Cupertino app. Now the difference between these two is that, as you can see, we have material app. Material app is the default user interface for Android. Okay, whichever Android you are using, it uses material design. And then we have the Cupertino, that is for Apple. So that's Apple's design. So if you want to build an app specifically for iOS devices only, or Apple devices only, it is recommended to use Cupertino app. If you want to build any other thing, it is recommended to use Material app. But the thing is that you can use Material app to build for both iOS or Android, or even web or Windows. Thing is, Flutter is multi-platform. So whatever you build here, whichever interface you create, it is going to be exactly the same on whether an iPhone, Android, desktop, web, wherever. Okay, the interface is going to be the same. That is the power of Flutter. If you want to display platform specific UI, that is, maybe if you're on Android, it should display, let's say, an Android dialog should display this. The Android dialog is different from the dialogs you see on Apple devices. Okay, so if you want to implement such things, Flutter is so intelligent to know which platform you are running on. You just have to check the platform. If it is iOS, show this dialog. If it is Android, show this dialog. I mean, it's just simple. If it is an iOS, show this instead. If it is an Android or desktop or whatever, show this instead. I'm not going to be talking about Cupertino app, but what I mean is that whichever code we are going to run or we are going to type in here is going to build or work exactly the same for all platforms. Okay, whether Android, iOS, or web or desktop, the same interface is going to be implemented. Now, one thing is that we are not going to be writing separate code for Android and separate code for iOS. Everything we are going to do in this lib folder is going to apply to all of them, all of the platforms. Okay, except when we use packages that are not applicable to the platforms, except that. But everything we are going to be doing, every code we are going to be writing here, when you run them on different platforms, they are going to appear the same. Okay, now the Material app have so many properties that you can assign widgets or assign values to. Okay, as you can see, the first one I'm going to touch is, you can see there's this debug thing here. So first we can turn that off and say show debug checked banner you can put this to false. Now I'm putting this to false because if you just highlight on this, you can see that the data type is bool. That means it's a boolean. It takes true or false, so you just put true or false there. Now if I put false there and I save this, you can see that that thing vanishes. Okay, so now we have an app to work with. Now this title, if I don't know why my this thing is not working, but if I'm to go to the recent apps on your Android phone, you will see that the title that will appear for this app will be the Flutter demo. Mine is not working. I don't know why. On iOS, on your app switcher, I think that one does not even work. If you are running on a browser, when you go to the title bar, that this is what is going to show on the title bar. Okay, so you can change. This is not the name of your app, please. This is not the name of your app. The name of your app is this is the name of your app. Now you can change this. Now as you see, this is the first name. I built this, so this is the first app. Now if I come to my home screen to check the icons, you can see I have first app here. So this is the name of the app. You can change it, but we'll look at that as we proceed. Why is this thing not even working? Well, let's have to launch it from here. Okay, so I said this file is one of the most important files in the whole project. We'll be coming to it as we go on. Okay, so now that we have this, there's nothing showing here. This is just the root of our application, but there's nothing showing here. Now let's go to the theme. We know what themes are. Theme is the default decorations for your interface. So if you say color scheme is the color set that is going to be applied. So if you say color scheme from seed color is orange, that means most of the colors are going to be in different shades of orange. I mean, it's basically that. You can create your own color scheme. Okay, and even with this theme, we can even implement light or dark themes for this. We will look at that later. That's, you can use theme data dot dark, and then we put dark screen theme over there, and then for light we use light theme over there. That's not what we are looking at today. Okay, what else can we apply here? These are all the themes data, so I'm not going to be talking about themes today. You can change this as we go ahead. Use material theory. This is the current version of material. Okay, the material UI, so you should put this to true. Yeah, so I'm going to create so this is basically some of the few information you need to get started. So let's say this part is compulsory for you, and then this is the starting point of your app. You import this package Flutter material. This material is where this material app is loaded. Okay, if you are going to be using iOS interface, you are going to import Cupertino, but then we are just going to be working on material app. Okay, so I'll see you in the next episode as we start learning more about how to create interfaces. Bye.